in our bodies, and especially in our kids' bodies as they compete on the court, the field, the ice rink, track, wherever it might be. We are all part of a massive group that's decided to take their health back, and we are the Healthy Living Revolution. We are tired of getting sick and having no energy. I'm living off of fast food, prescriptions, and energy drinks. And what we've learned is that real food, whole food is the answer. So tonight I'm going to share with you some simple solutions that we have started, and you will hear a couple of inspiring stories from moms whose kids are also amazing athletes. And I've been a mom for 25 years, but it wasn't until about 3 years ago that I truly began to understand the link between nutrition and athletic recovery, performance, and just overall health. Both my son and daughter were athletes. Both had developed exercise-induced asthma. They had migraines, and they had irregular bowel habits. And honestly, I didn't think too much about it. We just traveled around with inhalers, Excedrin, and we did not let them eat ice cream far from home. But honestly, not once did I even think that these symptoms had anything in common until another mom friend at the gym told me about the power of whole food nutrition and how it had made a difference in her family's health. And I'm embarrassed to say that this concept was foreign to me at the time. When she said whole food, I thought she meant the grocery store chain. But I trusted her as an athlete and a mom of 3 little athletes, so I decided to implement some changes at home. And the very first step was to flood our bodies with 30 fruits, veggies, and berries every single day. And that was easy. The kids love their fruit and veggie chews. My son started taking extras in his lunchbox for snack. And within 6 months, both of them were off of their inhalers. And I cannot even tell you the last time that either one of them have reported a migraine. And we haven't had any bathroom emergencies. And I can tell you that makes me super happy because my son is very particular about bathrooms. But both of them are enjoying active lifestyles. They're highly competitive. My daughter competed in the last couple of years, and she ran 6 half marathons. She ran the Chicago Marathon last year. And my son is a starter on his middle school and club football team, and he has yet to miss a game due to sickness or injury. And at first, I thought that all of these things might be some kind of coincidence, but as I dug in a little bit more, I read the research, and then I understood. So everyone needs about 9 to 13 raw, vine-ripened fruits, veggies, and berries every single day. But athletes that work out for more than 60 minutes or more per day need even more. They actually need 16 to 19 servings of those fruits and veggies. How many are you able to eat? I know I don't even think I could digest that many. And I certainly can't get my kids to eat that many. So we all have a need. We aren't vitamin deficient. We are whole food deficient. And that's why Juice Plus made sense for me. It's literally food in a capsule. I don't know if you can see that. Food in a capsule. I'll show you one little capsule. It's literally just food in a capsule or in a soft chew, has a food label. It's non-GMO, gluten-free, dairy-free, vegan, and it's even, I guess, higher than organic with the NSF certification, which is, it's a third-party nonprofit organization that tests all of the powders prior to being encapsulated for pesticides, herbicides, insecticides, chemicals of any kind, as well as molds and mildews. And they also test to make sure that what is stated on the label is actually what's in the product. So it's nothing more, nothing less. And the best part about it, about Juice Plus, is that our kids aged 4 through college age can get Juice Plus at no cost to you with the purchase of your adult capsule or chew order. And the partners, along with the Juice Plus company, help to cover the cost of your child's product. And that's how much we value our future generation's health. So I want you to hear from my friend Courtney Shaw, and she's going to tell you a little bit about her family's journey.
Thank you, Ashley, so much. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Awesome. Well, hey everybody. So, yeah, I have kid athletes. I'm a mom of 5 kids, and of course, I could pick all the kids. We could be here for an hour, but I'll share a little bit about my son, my oldest son, who had the biggest impact, I think, thus far, by getting real food into his body. So our family's been on Juice Plus now for over 10 years, which is really cool that we've been consistent with something that long. And what I love is that it was food. And so while I thought I was feeding my kids food, I was doing the best that I could. You know, they weren't always eating everything. They were feeding it to the dog and to the table if it was something that was green and healthy. They weren't necessarily eating it all, but I was really, really trying to do that. And my son was a football player. And so his dad really wanted him to be a collegiate athlete. And here I have this 12-year-old boy who is so skinny. His knees were the largest part on his legs. Like his thighs were so small. It scared me having him out on the football field. And he was playing quarterback at the time, and the coach decided that he was going to move to wide receiver, which really frightened me, to be honest with you, that he could be tackled by somebody that was 3 to 4 times his size. He was just a little over 100 pounds and so skinny out there. And so I learned about Juice Plus, and I thought, I don't know what this is going to do for him, but I will try anything at this point. And so he started swallowing the capsule. He did the chews at first, and he learned how to swallow the capsules, which I really loved about that. And he got it for free with my order. And so I love that, that I was investing in myself and also giving to him. And then the other thing that I did was we started the plant-based complete shakes with Juice Plus. When I learned about those, I was like, wow, my son was trying to drink the muscle milk and all the whey protein and all this stuff, and his belly was always upset. He always had an upset stomach. And I thought, gosh, if I can get him to put something in his body that's going to give him energy, that's going to make him feel better and not worse, let's just give it a try. And so he actually would do a shake before he would go out for workouts and then after workouts. And it was a simple shake. It wasn't like fancy or anything. Sometimes I would shake it up for him, and sometimes I would throw it in a blender with some spinach and a banana and some strawberries or something, like something easy. It wasn't fancy at all. And I'll tell you what, this kid was 12, almost 13 at the time. And in less than a year's time, let me just say this, he did not hit puberty until he was 16 and a half. All right. So he was 12, almost 13, because all my kids were late bloomers. And he gained 15 pounds in that less than a year time. So by the time he hit 13, the next fall season for football, coach was like, what have you done? Like, you look totally different. He was a different kid. And what I realized was that my kid was malnourished. He was eating 3,000 to 4,000 calories a day and was malnourished because there was no nutrition in all the processed foods and all the muscle milks and the whey protein and all the stuff he was trying to shove into his body. He didn't get any nutrition. So this gave him that solid nutrition, so his body was able to begin to absorb it. And I'll tell you what, he decided not to play football in college. However, he was recruited by collegiate teams around the country, which was really, really cool, as he had full rides to Mississippi State and Virginia Tech, and Chapel Hill wanted him, Harvard wanted him. I mean, he was getting our offers everywhere. And again, his intelligence won out over that and decided not to, but he plays intramural football and he is ripped. You could see every single ab in his belly. He did not get beer belly. He's now 22 years old and is super fit. And I'm just so proud of him. He still takes his Juice Plus every day, even in college. And so I'm forever grateful for that. All 5 of my kids are athletes, but that was a really big story for us. So yeah, thanks for letting me share tonight.
Oh my gosh, Courtney, thank you so much. That was an awesome story. It's definitely a message that needs to be heard. So you can certainly hear how much of a difference getting these nutrients into our kids' bodies has affected our athletes and our families. And what I love is that even though the stories are awesome, they're backed by clinical, published, peer-reviewed research, more than 20 years of research, and more than 35 studies published so far, with many more underway. Our kids need us to show them the way. My son says that kids want to eat healthy, Mom, if they trust that what their parents are feeding them is good. And I thought, it made me question some of the things that I had been feeding my kids. But in all honesty, I thought that I was making healthy choices. But, I know that we are all busy. I know we're a busy family as well. Just got home from football practice. But how much faster can you get all this nutrition into your kid? It is real food, real fast acting as a catalyst to improve the health of your kids and families. And I know it's impacted my family's health for generations to come. And there are no accidents. You're hearing all of this information, stories for a reason tonight. So if you have any questions or something that you heard tonight makes sense to you, please go ahead and message the person who invited you to listen in, and they can answer your questions or get the answers to questions and help get you started. And we just want to thank you so much for joining us tonight. And thank you, Courtney, for sharing your story. Good night, everyone.